What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and I'm in Lincoln Park right here in Jersey City. And I've always wanted to do like a bike video in Jersey City, so I think this is going to be like a mix of a bike video and exploring video. So I'm going to go around, not sure where. I'll probably hit the heights, and then I'll probably start making my way towards downtown Jersey City. So I got my little bike right here, the little toy that's going to take me around. Still trying to figure out how am I going to make this video, if I'm going to set it in the handlebar or I'll just hold it with one hand. But I'm going to do my best to make good content and make this video entertaining. So without further ado, join me. So the good thing about this park, it's a local park, but one thing that's super helpful over here is that it has a bike lane, so it's easy for me to get around, as you can see in front of me. Got a nice bike lane that makes it pretty smooth. And the last time I biked was actually in Liberty State Park. So like I say, it's much better when you have a bike in big neighborhoods. Easy for you to get from one side to another one. So I'm probably gonna bike around this neighborhood. Probably gonna bike around the park, and then I'll see what neighborhood I'm gonna hit next. Probably hit a little bit of McGinley Square, and then probably gonna hit Journal Square. I don't think there's much to see around, so I'm probably just gonna turn back and hit the actual neighborhood. So this is a beautiful fountain right here. It literally looks like a pool. So I'm gonna exit the park and make my way between West Side and McGinley Square. Then I'm probably gonna hit the heights. The good thing is that the weather is super gorgeous today. So perfect for me to bike around and see what's happening around the neighborhood. So yeah, let's do it. Ahead of me is Kennedy Boulevard. Probably gonna make it to another main street and see what's happening. So this is a piece of Kennedy Boulevard, but I think I'm gonna make it to Bergen Avenue. I'll make a detour over here in Kensington Avenue and see what's going on. And then we're gonna make our way to the Heights, Jersey City Heights, and then around Central Avenue. So let's make a little ride over here to see what's going on. When you merge to some of the streets, it's pretty beautiful. The trees and everything. Super residential area, you know. But so far, you know, pretty cool. Loving it. But let's see what happens ahead of me. So ahead of me is Bergen Avenue. It'll be a little bit, it's gonna be a little mix of me biking around this part. But once I pass Montgomery Street, it should be easy because there's gonna be like a bike lane. So I'm gonna make my left and head towards the Heights. See what's going on, let me see. This is literally like driving a car. You gotta pay attention, really. So this is Bergen Avenue. And we're entering like the borderline of the neighborhood of McGinley Square, which is right after Journal Square. Made a video over here last year. It's a really cool, diverse neighborhood. This part's a little bit tight to bike, so. One thing I don't like about Jersey City, there you got some music. One thing I don't like about the streets in Jersey City is that they're not really well paved unless you go to the historic downtown. So forgive me if it's a little bit bumpy. To my left hand, we got some beautiful brownstone buildings. But it should be a little bit more stable after I pass Montgomery Avenue. Let's see what else can we find right here. This area is a little bit more busy. Got a couple of supermarkets and stuff ahead of me. Especially to my left hand. Like I told you, the streets are bumpy. The way how they're developing the neighborhood, I feel like they should develop the streets themselves. Wow, this is the first time I see a Reveal Tesla car over here. I know it's only for New York City, so I don't know if they make it over here to Jersey too. Wow, it's actually a first for me. And this is Montgomery Street. Then it should be more smooth after this one, because it's a bike lane. So here's where we got the bike lane. So this will help making it a little bit more smoother. So passing the heart of McGinley Square, and then we're gonna enter Journal Square, which is also another diverse neighborhood in Jersey City. Tell you, some of the people, they be parking in this bike lane. Doesn't make it any safe. It's just crazy how you see a little contrast of neighborhood when you go to the downtown area and you go to a local neighborhood like this. the way how the streets are paved. So yeah. Now we're just gonna be passing Journal Square, the heart of it.
Oh.
Ahead of me is Academy Street, and that's where officially Journal Square begins. And you can start seeing the development of the high-rise buildings right by the PATH train station.
Like what I said to her now?
But it's really fun to bike. Like I said a couple of times, biking is a good workout. And this is construction right here, so it forced me to go in this little alleyway with the people. So I'm gonna be a little bit gently and smooth. To my right, the PATH train station, so a lot of Uber stops here, a lot of taxi cars. Not sure how much can you guys see. A little bit hectic over here, like the traffic and all of that, so I gotta be a little careful. Guess I'll go this way, or yeah, I'll go in the middle of the cars. Because I think this lane, they're gonna make a right. Whoa, pretty intense over here. So we got a theater over here to my right. So I'm gonna be entering the Heights. Another cool neighborhood in Jersey City, which I cover a few times. Super underrated neighborhood. And we are passing Newark Avenue. If you make a turn on the left, it's also known as India Square. Highly a huge Indian population here in Jersey City. I think for my safety, it's better if I bike in the sidewalk, but I'm not sure. So we're gonna be passing a couple of highways. And then once we pass the border of the highway, it should be the beginning of the Heights. Since they don't got a bike lane, I bike in the sidewalk. I've seen a couple of people, they do this. It's for safety reasons, you know. I know some states in Jersey, it's not allowed, but I don't think they enforce it here in Jersey City. I mean, some cities in Jersey. But let's make it to the other neighborhood of the Heights. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm gonna bike by Central Avenue, then make a detour in some of the parks, so you guys have a better idea. What it looks like. So we have just entered a section of the Heights in Jersey City. And yeah, this car's literally forced me to get back in the bike, to get back in the sidewalk. But I'm gonna make it, I think, to Manhattan Avenue, then make it right. Gonna pass the park, local park, and then we'll make it through Central Avenue and bike around. See what's happening. It's gonna be a really cool avenue with a lot of restaurants and spots to check out. The good thing about this sidewalk is it's pretty wide, so pretty easy to be biking around. And in Jersey City, I could get in any neighborhood for a bike. So it's pretty accessible, you know, for you to be getting around and all of that. So So yeah. Good thing it's not hot. I feel this beautiful cool breeze when you're biking, so pretty awesome. Then I think ahead of me, I'll do one more block and it should be Manhattan Avenue, and I'll make it right towards the other main street that's happening around there. So this is Manhattan Avenue, and this is another street here in the Heights that's gonna take me towards Central Avenue, which is the main street with all the restaurants, and I love that street a lot. The only thing, we're going up a hill, and like I said, this bike is only a single speed. So it's like a really good workout, a good cardio that I'm doing right here. So putting all my strength in it. But yeah, pretty interesting. And I've done a lot of videos in Jersey City by foot. This is just another style by bike. Like, you can cover so much when you're in a bike. We are passing Summit Avenue, and then there's a local park over here, which I'll probably make like a little tiny pit stop and show you what's happening in this beautiful park. So today is not busy, not sure why, because the weather is gorgeous unless people are working. But sometimes I come in the evening and you see a lot of people, families that bring their kids here and they play sports and they have like a good time. So then they got like a baseball field, they got a tennis field, a track field. So it's like a recreational park here that serves the Heights. And it's pretty awesome. But then ahead of me in the corner should be Central Avenue, which we're gonna go check it out. So I just made it to Central Avenue, and it has like a bike lane sign in the middle. It's pretty chill today, so let's see. Kind of reminds me when I was doing the bike video by Washington Avenue in Hoboken. So, but yeah, let's go over here. This is a pretty interesting street. I'm gonna try to be careful because some cars, you know, they be parking and blocking the streets, but hey. But this is Central Avenue. This is a neighborhood that a lot of people, they don't cover a lot when they do Jersey City. And like I say, I like this neighborhood a lot. I just wish there was like a PATH train here. If they would have had a PATH train, I would easily live in this neighborhood. There's like so many food options, you know, it's pretty nice, pretty clean. Good for families, you know. Even though they got like a light rail that will take you to Hoboken Station, or a couple of buses that will take you straight to New York. Then they got like stores, shops and stuff, so a little bit of everything over here. Pretty big street, I'll tell you. Then a lot of people that live around Hudson County, Essex County, a lot of them, they have their e-bikes or e-scooters. Because if you live here, you really don't need like a car. You can have like your own commute, you know, like a bike or a scooter. So yeah, something that's pretty interesting and pretty cool. This is the Central Avenue district right here. Like I say, I don't know how this footage is gonna come out. A little bit of a challenge when you bike and you vlog at the same time, but a different perspective of what it looks like on a bike. But yeah, loving it so far. And I'm gonna go to Washington Park. But that's the park at the end of Jersey City and the borders with Union City. Then when you go to Union City, they got Bergen Line Avenue, which is a main avenue with a lot of stores, and it goes all the way to North Bergen. Passes Union City, West New York. Those are some small towns and small city, but they're super highly, densely populated. One of the most populated around the state. But yeah, a couple of blocks to be the park. Congress Street right here. If you make it right to Congress Street and go all the way at the end, you should be seeing the light rail station, which will connect you to Bayonne and Hoboken. And the last stop in Tonelli Avenue by North Bergen. But we're still in Central Avenue. Pretty lovely today. And the park is right here ahead of me, Washington Park. So I'll make a little stop, a little detour around here. So this is part of Washington Park. This is like the end of it, and pretty nice, you know, today's pretty quiet. But I'm gonna make an exit in the street, back to the neighborhood, make a detour in one of the regular streets, and show you the residential area. This is North Street and Webster Avenue, I think. There's actually some stairs here ahead of me. They have a bike lane here. So probably gonna make it to the last street. Wow, it's windy. This is New York Avenue, the one that I'm approaching. And I think ahead of me should be Palisades. So I think since I spotted the bike lane, let me make a detour over here. New York Avenue. And you can see it's super residential. And these are like local neighborhoods. We haven't even hit up the downtown area of Jersey City. Then we got a speed bump so people don't be speeding. Jersey City, please do better with the roads. Not just the downtown, there's much more to the city than just the downtown. So this is Congress Street, so we make it straight. And then probably in my next one, I'm gonna make a detour to the left and pass by Riverview Park. This is gonna be a really lovely park. So this is South Street. We are approaching Palisades, but I'm gonna make it to the end street because it's pretty beautiful, even though it's a one way. But I think it's worth checking out. Ogan, I gotta check it out, the name of the street. This is one of the nicest streets in the neighborhood. This is called Ogden Avenue. It's a one way, but I'm gonna make it to the right to show you what's happening over here. It's pretty quiet and they got like a lot of trees and stuff, so a lot of beautiful houses too. Like when I came to the Heights to Sport for the first time, I fell in love with this street that I'm passing by. With all these trees, like I feel like the trees gives it a vibe to a neighborhood, especially when you're in an urban city. But yeah, look at all the beautiful houses here. Then within the block should be Riverview Park, which it has some amazing views of Hoboken and Manhattan. So we're gonna stop there for a bit and then we're gonna make our way towards downtown Jersey City for the grand finale. So this over here is the park. So I'm here in Riverview Park, which is a small but beautiful park. Not much happening over here. But if we go that way, it's gonna be an impressive view, which I covered a few times, but I'm gonna show you guys. So this is the view that I'm talking about. You see Midtown Manhattan over there. This is Hoboken. and then lower Manhattan. So pretty iconic then, you know, people chilling in the park. You can sit there, have food, or just relax, especially when the weather is nice. So yeah, this is one of the best parts of this neighborhood in the Heights. And then some of the skyscrapers over there is downtown Jersey City, which we're gonna make our way towards that way. I'm in Palisades Avenue. So we're gonna head towards Newark Avenue, like I said before, and then make a right. And that should take me straight to historic downtown Jersey City. We're gonna be going down the hill, so far this avenue is pretty cool. Really cool and super chill. You see in my left hand some new developments that they pop up. It's like all over the city they're developing new buildings. But now you're gonna see like another face of the city. It's like two cities in one. But this over here is super cool and super chill too. And pretty diverse. I can see all types of people. And I'm loving it so far. But I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit on the other side. So this is actually the Journal Square area. And I'm gonna be approaching ahead Newark Avenue, so gotta make my left, and that should be taking me into the downtown area of Jersey City. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I just gotta figure, how do I make a left? This is a little bit tricky right here. Let's see how does this work. So this is Newark Avenue. And we got a really good bike lane. It's a little bit windy. This will take me straight into downtown, and you're gonna see a huge contrast in the neighborhood. But it's a pretty good walk though, so yeah. Pretty nice cool breeze over here. Feels awesome. We're passing a cemetery right now. Then on top there's a bridge, which is the highway Interstate 78. And then once I pass underneath that bridge, that is the beginning of historic downtown Jersey City. This is a beautiful neighborhood. And we are officially in downtown Jersey City. The historic part, the old part. But it got some beautiful architecture, you know. Beautiful brownstone buildings, so I'm gonna cruise around some parts and show you guys what's happening in this beautiful neighborhood right here. It's gonna be a little challenge for me to be biking here with the streets. If you're gonna keep it straight. So you're gonna see how the neighborhood changes. I'm not sure if the camera captures, but the building on my left, that's a beautiful street art. This is more like a hipster vibe neighborhood right here. And it's a contrast from the Newark Avenue in Journal Square with the Newark Avenue right here in downtown. Wow, that's a pretty nice bike right next to me. Almost the same size as mine. The only thing is an electric bike, so might need to ask him. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, really pleasant day. Good neighborhood to be doing some biking, some exploring. Let's go forward a little bit, see what can we find. Then in September they do like a really good festival here called All About Downtown. They literally shut down the whole street here, Newark Avenue. They put like food music, DJs, you know, drinks. So it's a good vibe. So this over here used to be a street and they turned it into a pedestrian area, which I think is pretty beautiful. Not too busy today, but like in the weekend or evening, you'll see like a lot of people around here, you know, getting food. You know, this is a beautiful street. So it's a good idea, and I think more cities should take notes and do something like this, like a pedestrian area where you could just walk around, meet people, see the vibes of what's going on. So yeah, they really developed this neighborhood a lot. And what I like is the diversity of the people, all types of people from all walks of life, all background live in this beautiful city. But yeah, really cool. The nightlife here is pretty cool too. Then ahead of me is Grove Street. If you make it right, the City Hall is right that way. Here we got a supermarket. Then ahead of me is Grove Street Plaza, and the PATH train station is right there. If you hop on that PATH, it'll take us straight into Manhattan. Within like 15 minutes, maybe. So yeah, pretty cool vibes. So I think I'm gonna turn back, figure out another street and show you guys what's happening. I'm gonna make it this way and make a left in Erie Street and try to make my way by the Hamilton Park area to see what's going on. Then the good thing here, they got a bike lane, which makes it pretty nice, and I love the brick buildings all happening around here, so it's pretty cool. Got a couple of stop signs, so you know, really cool neighborhood. And I walked the street many times, this neighborhood, but it's pretty different when you're on the bike, exploring around. And I can smell the food of some of the restaurants too. It smells pretty good. But yeah, pretty pleasant over here. Third Avenue. And you can see how different this side is from the other side that I started my video. But Jersey City is a pretty big city, so not only in diversity of people, but diversity of neighborhoods and architecture. Gonna make a detour in this way. The street is even more interesting with the buildings. And this is Jersey Avenue. Just gonna pass me by Hamilton Park, and if I go the other way, it would take me by Liberty State Park, which I made a video there in the past with the bike, and it was pretty fun. But a pretty beautiful street, you know, beautiful architecture. Jersey City and Hoboken are my favorite cities in New Jersey. And one of the best cities in New Jersey too, both of them. So here you got an insight of what's happening around here. And what I like is that the streets are covered with trees, so it makes it feel nicer, and it helps a lot when the weather is hot. Even though today is not too hot, it's beautiful today, but you know, you have an idea what I'm talking about. And now I'm passing by Hamilton Park, which just reminds me a bit of Washington Square Park. The way how the street passes around, you know, pretty organized and developed. Gonna make it right over here. Go around squares. Surrounded by nature and architecture. You know, pretty beautiful. But it's really expensive to live here too. Then they're labeled, the streets are labeled in order, like 4th Avenue, 4th Street, 5th Street. This is 9th Street right here. So gonna make my right here. And then pretty cool. See what's happening over here. Ahead of me is Newport. I always get a little lost with the streets. So I'm gonna see if I can make my way towards that area. Because I know if you go by the street, you got a bike lane. But ahead of me, I think it's a street called Manila Avenue. I think it's this one if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me because it's been a minute. I know for a fact they got their bike lanes over here. Yeah, it's really helpful when the bike lane's available and accessible to the street. And pretty residential over here. Some nice looking houses. Newport Mall is to my left. I'm heading more towards the borderline of Exchange Place. I'm not even in the right side. But I notice the bike lane is here, so it's a little bit more safer for me. Just gotta be careful with this cars. So here you can notice the difference, how developed the street is and how developed the bike lane is. Because we are right in the core of downtown, like the most wealthy area in Jersey City. Hopefully in the future they develop the other neighborhoods too, the local neighborhoods. So I'm just following where the bike lane is, but I'm trying to make to the left side by the Newport area. They're building a Whole Foods supermarket right here. You can notice the difference how smooth it is when you got the bike lane. So. And the high-rise buildings. So hopefully in the next street I can make a right or left. See if it passed me by the Newport area. This is this Exchange Place. Like, this is the first time I bike around this area, so a little bit lost. I've always done it by foot. But let's see if I can make my way. And yes, I see the bike lane, so. So I'm gonna turn here left. And this would be pretty easy and smooth, so. And now we are passing where the high-rise buildings are. And these buildings, if you go to Riverview Park in Lower Manhattan, you're probably gonna see them. Oh, look at this. Well, I did a lot of cardio today with this bike. But thankfully, the weather helped out a lot. But really, really fun, and I've always wanted to do a bike video on Jersey City, and finally, here we are doing it. The good thing, not too many people bike here, so it's like you got it all to yourself comparing to New York. You can see a lot of people, a lot of individuals on their bike, especially the gentlemen that do their deliveries. This is different here, wow. Then we're here, we are safely in the bike lane. So this will be pretty good. Wow. I think it's really different, the view when you're biking it. So you got a couple of hotels here, the Westing Hotel. Ahead should be the Courtyard. So if you guys want to come in here, this is like another alternative for you guys. So I'll probably do a little bit more and then I'm gonna wrap up the video with the view in the back. So, but it keeps going. I love this area a lot. Cause it's beautiful and it's like super peaceful. Then to my left is the entrance to Newport Mall. But yeah, cool views, and I think I've biked more than enough in Jersey City, so I'm gonna find a place to wrap up the video. So I made it to the waterfront. You see Lower Manhattan, and then downtown Jersey City is over this way. So I think it's gonna be like a grand finale for me to wrap up the video after biking around different neighborhoods of Jersey City. But just look at this, the newer area, Hudson River and Lower Manhattan. So, you know, pretty beautiful, peaceful vibe. And a really cool neighborhood right across right across from New York City. So that was the end of my video, biking around different neighborhoods in Jersey City. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.